For more on the crop insurance picture, we turn to our ag policy specialist, Jody Campiche, for guidance.
Call their crop insurance agent, talk to them, have an adjuster come out before they do anything, before they decide to graze it or hay it or whatever their decision is going to be. That's the best choice. And one thing that's probably going to happen across the state is there's likely going to be a lot of claims. So if they think that they may want to file a claim, they may want to go ahead and call their agent and at least get on the list, because there may be a bit of a backlog of people waiting on adjusters to come out.
And taking that advice, we headed to Piedmont to see crop insurance agent Bambi Sidwell.
Typically, the adjusters are waiting 7 to 10 days after the latest freeze, so that the most damage can be prevalent when they come out there to the field and look to assess the damage.
Okay. Once you're on the list, you know that your adjuster is going to come out and take a look. What does a producer need to do in the meantime?
The most important thing is that the producer does not go in and destroy that crop, doesn't put cattle out on it or do anything prior to the adjuster's approval. The adjusters are going to come out there. Right now the wheat looks pretty green. We're not quite to the heading stage yet. They're still going to be counting the green tillers. It's going to be really hard to give a full adjustment until it comes out to the heading stage, but the most important thing is that the farmer does not destroy that crop before it is released by the adjuster.
So that the adjuster and the agent can get an accurate picture?
It basically is, as far as a loss goes, if a farmer does have freeze damage and comes out there and destroys that crop, we aren't going to be able to appraise what kind of damage he had because the crop is destroyed. A lot of times right now, if a farmer knows he has damage because he's cut open the stem and he's determined that he has damage, maybe we can't adjust it out yet. With an adjuster's approval, a farmer can leave strips in the field if they want to go ahead and swath it and put cattle on it, whatever. But it is important that they have a sign-off from the adjuster. But what the adjuster is looking for, right now we are not to the heading stage, as I mentioned, so they're going to be looking at green tillers, and they have to count those green tillers. But once the state becomes fully headed out, they will be able to then count the heads. Of course, the white heads are not going to feel; those have immediate freeze damage. At that time, they're going to be able to give a more accurate appraisal of what the crop's going to be.
Okay, and there are some limitations too, right, as to how much you guys can do?
A lot. What we're seeing in the state right now, it's really hard to assess how much damage we really do have. Maybe that if we don't have a field full of damage, the producer might end up going and cutting it once harvest gets here. However, his yield might be lower because maybe all the heads didn't fill, which we would know that once we do a bushel count at harvest time. However, if a majority of field looks freeze damage, they would, as long as they accept the appraisal they get, they would be able to go in and destroy the crop as they see fit.
Okay, so bottom line, get on the waiting list and don't do anything.
Absolutely. Until they speak with an adjuster and sign that loss paperwork, it's very important they don't go out there and destroy that crop, because it will not void the insurance, but there wouldn't be an appraisal for the farmer producer to be paid on the damage.
Wheat quality and prices are also at play with federal programs, which have an upcoming deadline.
Producers will need to decide if they want to enroll in the direct and counter-cyclical payment program or the acre program by June 1st. And the way it's looking right now, if the state wheat yields are low, and some of the preliminary estimates are looking like wheat may be damaged in large parts of the state. So if the state yield is low, producers may want to enroll in acre. I'll be having some acre estimates out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. The first preliminary yield estimate comes out on May 10th, so I'll know a little bit more on May 10th on what the 2013 acre payment is going to look like, and if it looks like producers may want to enroll in it.